Hello champions and welcome to this video. Do you know what separates the people who dream from the ones who actually build the life they want? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your reality. It's what gets you out of bed when no one is watching. It's what keeps you going after failure when others would quit. Discipline is not exciting. It's hard, it's lonely, and it often feels invisible. But it's also the most powerful habit you'll ever build. The truth is, motivation will fail you. Your emotions will change. But discipline? That stays. It shows up every single day, whether you feel like it or not. It pushes you through the moments when everything inside you says, stop. And slowly, step by step, it builds the life you once only imagined. In this video, we're not just talking about discipline. We're going to master it. One mindset shift at a time. Instruction 1. Wake up at the same time every day. Discipline doesn't start with doing big things. It starts with small, repeated decisions. And one of the most powerful decisions you can make is to wake up at the same time every single day. Not just on weekdays, not just when life feels easy. Every day. When you commit to waking up early, at a time you've chosen, you are training something much deeper than just your sleep schedule. You are training your identity. Because let's be honest, the bed is warm, your dreams are safe, the alarm clock is annoying. But the moment you fight through all that and rise when you said you would, you win your first battle of the day. That's where real discipline begins. In silence, in darkness, in discomfort. This daily act becomes your first victory, and that victory gives you momentum. It tells your mind, I do what I say I will do. That simple message becomes the foundation of everything else. You'll start noticing something else too. Your mornings become clearer. Your mind becomes sharper. There is a calm power in the early hours that most people never experience because they're still asleep. The world is quiet and you are moving forward. That feeling, that's self-respect, that's control. And yes, some mornings you will feel tired. Some mornings you will want to stay in bed. But discipline is not about doing what feels good in the moment. It's about doing what's right even when you don't want to. Especially when you don't want to. That's where the growth is. That's where the confidence is built. So choose a time. Make it non-negotiable. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. That's how strong, deep, lasting discipline is built. Not in one day, but in the quiet commitment to show up. Again and again and again. Instruction 2. Stick to a simple routine. Discipline is not about doing 100 things in one day. It's about doing a few things, the right things, every day without fail. That's why keeping your routine simple is one of the smartest choices you can make. A simple routine doesn't mean you're lazy or unambitious. It means you are focused. It means you are cutting away distractions so you can give your best energy to what truly matters. Most people make the mistake of building a complicated plan. They write long to-do lists filled with tasks they will never finish. They fill their day with noise. Then they wonder why they feel tired, lost, and unmotivated. But real discipline doesn't grow in chaos. It grows in clarity. When you create a routine that is simple, repeatable, and clear, you leave no space for confusion. You don't wake up and ask, what should I do today? You already know. You've already decided. And because you've decided, you don't waste energy fighting with your own mind. Your routine becomes your rhythm. It becomes your protection. Even on bad days, when you feel tired, when your emotions are heavy, your routine is still there, waiting for you. It gives you something to hold on to. It gives your life structure. And when your life has structure, you feel stronger, more grounded, more in control. It could be as simple as this. Wake up at the same time, move your body, eat something healthy, do focused work for a few hours, take breaks, end the day with peace. That's it. You don't need 10 habits. You don't need fancy systems. You need consistency. And consistency is only possible when your plan is simple enough to follow. Every day. So don't try to do more. Do less, but do it better. Protect your routine. Stay loyal to it. Let it become your anchor, your discipline, and your quiet path to greatness. Instruction 3. Do the hard things first. Every day you have a choice. Face the mountain or walk around it. Most people choose to wait. They start with the easy tasks, the ones that feel comfortable, simple, quick. They answer a few messages. They scroll through their phone. They drink coffee and tell themselves, "I'll start soon." But soon becomes later, and later becomes never. The hard task, the one that actually moves their life forward, stays untouched, waiting in silence. If you want to master discipline, you must learn to do the hard things first. Not because they're fun, not because they're easy, but because they are necessary. The hard thing is the task that scares you a little. It's the one that takes real effort, real focus, real heart. And that's why it matters most. When you do the hard thing first, you win the battle before the day even begins. You take your biggest weight and lift it while your energy is high, your mind is sharp, and your will is strong. You silence the excuses before they even get a chance to speak. You teach your brain, I don't run from challenge, I walk into it. This small shift changes everything. It gives you momentum. It gives you pride. And most of all, it gives you peace. Because you no longer spend your day avoiding what must be done. You face it, finish it, and free your mind from the heavy burden of delay. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's hard. But that's exactly why it's powerful. Discipline isn't built through ease. It's built through effort. So tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, find your hard task. And instead of running from it, run toward it. Do it first. Do it well. And watch how your whole day, and eventually your whole life, begins to change. Instruction 4. Remove distractions completely. Discipline is not only about what you do, it's also about what you remove. You can't stay focused if your world keeps pulling you away. Every sound, every notification, every small pop-up steals a piece of your attention. One moment you're deep in your task and the next, you're somewhere else. Your mind scattered, your flow broken. Distractions are silent thieves. They don't yell. They don't knock. They quietly slip into your space. Take a little bit of your time and disappear before you notice they were even there. But over time, these little moments add up. 10 minutes lost here, 20 there. And by the end of the day, hours have vanished. If you truly want to master discipline, you must protect your focus like it's sacred. You must create a space where your mind is free to think deeply. That means turning off notifications, putting your phone in another room, closing all tabs that don't serve your purpose, letting people around you know, this is my deep work time. It's not easy. At first, your brain will resist. It's addicted to quick rewards, a message, a like, a short video. But when you push through that urge, when you sit in stillness and give your full attention to one thing, something powerful happens. You enter a state of flow. You work faster. You think better. You feel more in control. Most people never reach this level of focus because they never fully remove distractions. They try to do deep work with shallow habits. But you must be different. You must build a system around your success. One where your phone doesn't control you. One where your environment supports your goals, not steals from them. So start small. Remove one distraction today, then two, then all. Let your world become quieter. Let your mind become stronger. Discipline begins the moment you choose clarity over chaos. And the silence, though scary at first, is where true power is born. Instruction 5. Train your mind to say no. There's power in a single word, no. But most people are afraid to use it. We fear disappointing others. We fear missing out. We fear being misunderstood. So we keep saying yes to everything, to every plan, every message, every extra task. And slowly, our time is no longer ours. Discipline demands boundaries, and those boundaries are built with no. No to wasting time, no to distractions, no to things that don't align with your purpose. Saying no is not rude. It's not selfish. It's necessary. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you're saying no to your dreams. You're choosing comfort over growth, noise over clarity. But when you start saying no to what pulls you away, something shifts. Your days become lighter. Your goals become clearer. Your energy returns. And for the first time, you realize how much you've been carrying just to keep others happy, while losing yourself in the process. You don't owe your time to everyone. You don't have to explain yourself every time you choose peace over pressure. Discipline means guarding your life like it's your most precious gift, because it is. And guarding it requires strength, honesty, and the courage to choose yourself. It's not easy at first. The guilt will creep in. The doubt will whisper. But remember, every great achiever, every focused mind, every disciplined soul, they all learned how to say no with confidence and peace. So train your mind slowly. Start with small boundaries. Say no to one thing today. And feel the weight begin to lift. Because when you learn to say no to the wrong things, you make space to say yes to the right ones. Instruction 6. Delay pleasure on purpose. In a world that moves fast, where everything is instant, messages, food, likes, attention, we start to believe that we need rewards right away. But real growth doesn't work like that. Discipline is built when you train your brain to wait, when you teach yourself that not all pleasure needs to come now. Delaying pleasure doesn't mean removing happiness from your life. It means learning to choose later over now. When later is more powerful, more rewarding, more meaningful. Think about it. The person who wakes up early to study while others are sleeping, they delay pleasure. The athlete who trains in silence while their friends are partying, they delay pleasure. the person who works on their dream instead of scrolling endlessly on their phone. They are choosing purpose over momentary fun. Why do they do it? Because they understand something most people ignore. Short-term pleasure often steals long-term success. When you eat the cake now, you may enjoy the moment. But you lose your health later. When you skip the study today, you feel relaxed. But you fail the test tomorrow. But when you wait, when you train yourself to earn your reward instead of chasing it too early, you build a stronger version of yourself. One that doesn't need constant escape. One that finds joy in the struggle, not just the reward. Start small. Delay checking your phone in the morning. Delay eating junk food when you feel bored. Delay reacting to every feeling that tells you to stop working. Each time you wait, you grow. Each time you pause, your discipline strengthens. Pleasure will come, but let it come after the work, not before. That's how winners think. That's how discipline grows. Not in big moments, but in tiny choices, where you say, not now. I can wait. I'm building something greater. Instruction 7. Keep promises to yourself. It's easy to keep promises to others. When a friend asks for help, you show up. When your boss gives you a deadline, you work hard to meet it. But what about the promises you make to yourself? The ones no one else sees? Like waking up early, finishing that book, going to the gym, turning off distractions, chasing your dream. The truth is, these promises matter the most because they shape who you become when no one is watching. Discipline is not just about action. It's about trust. And that trust begins with you. Every time you say, I will do it, and then actually do it, even if it's hard, even if it's boring, you build self-respect. You start to believe in your own words, and that belief becomes a quiet fire inside you. But every time you break a promise to yourself, when you say you'll start tomorrow but don't, when you say you'll study but scroll instead, something inside you weakens. You stop trusting your own voice. You begin to doubt your ability to change. So keep your word, even on the small things. If you say you'll read 5 pages a day, do it. If you say you'll sleep early, follow through. These are not just habits. They are proof. Proof that you can rely on yourself. And when life gets difficult, when motivation disappears, that proof becomes your strength. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. One promise at a time. One step at a time. That's how you build a powerful mind. That's how you earn your own respect. And once you do, no one can take it away from you. Instruction 8. Practice doing things, even when you don't feel like it. There will be days when you feel strong, excited, ready to work. But there will also be many days when you feel tired, bored, sad, or just lazy. And this is where discipline becomes real. It's easy to take action when you feel like it. But true growth happens when you take action even when you don't. This is the secret that separates successful people from the rest. They don't wait for motivation. They don't wait for the perfect time. They train their mind to act, no matter how they feel. Because feelings change. One day, you might feel inspired, and the next, completely lost. But your goals don't care about your mood. They care about your effort. Every time you push yourself to do something, Even when it's uncomfortable, you become mentally stronger. You prove to yourself that you are not controlled by emotions or laziness. You're in charge. Think of it like a muscle. The more you practice doing difficult things when you don't want to, the more natural it becomes. Waking up early becomes easier. Studying when you're tired becomes part of your routine. Taking action becomes your identity. You won't always do it perfectly. And that's okay. The goal is not perfection. It's persistence. The goal is to show up again and again until it becomes who you are. Discipline is built in those small, quiet moments, the ones where you feel like giving up, but you choose not to. You don't need to feel like doing the work. You just need to start. Because once you begin, the energy will come, the focus will come, and over time, so will the results. Instruction 9. Track your progress daily. If you want to stay disciplined, you must see that you are growing. And the best way to see that growth is by tracking it. Every single day. When you track your progress, you create a mirror. A mirror that reflects your habits, your effort, your wins, and even your weak days. This mirror is honest. It doesn't lie to make you feel better, and it doesn't shame you for falling behind. It simply tells the truth, and the truth is powerful. Each day, write down what you did. Did you wake up early? Did you read? Did you stay focused? Did you waste time? Be honest with yourself. You don't have to write an essay. A few lines are enough. This little daily act keeps you connected to your goals. It reminds you of your mission. It shows you that every day counts. Over time, these notes become more than just words. They become a story of how you showed up, even on the hard days. A story of small steps that built something big. A story of you. And on the days when you feel lost, when you feel like you're not getting anywhere, you can look back. You can see how far you've come. You can see proof that you didn't give up. This is fuel. This is motivation made from your own journey. Tracking also keeps your mind clear. Instead of holding everything inside your head, you put it on paper. This helps reduce stress. It helps you notice patterns. Maybe you're more focused in the morning. Maybe your energy drops in the afternoon. Once you see these things, you can work smarter. Discipline is not about working blindly. It's about working with awareness, and daily tracking gives you that awareness. It turns your routine into a system. It turns your life into progress. So, start today. Open a notebook or use your phone. Just write. What did I do today that moved me forward? And what can I improve tomorrow? Small questions, big results. Instruction 10. Surround yourself with disciplined people. Look closely at the people around you. Who do you spend most of your time with? Who do you listen to? Who do you follow? Because whether you notice it or not, these people shape your thoughts. They shape your behavior. They shape your future. If you're trying to master discipline, but you're surrounded by people who make excuses, who avoid hard work, who say it's okay to quit, their energy will pull you down. Their habits will become your habits. Not because you want to copy them, but because discipline is fragile. And energy, whether good or bad, is contagious. But imagine the opposite. Imagine you are surrounded by people who get up early, who read every day, who stick to their goals, who don't complain, but instead take action. People who push themselves forward quietly. People who don't wait for motivation. They create it. Being around people like that will change everything. You'll start to think bigger. You'll start to feel stronger. You'll feel a quiet pressure, not the kind that scares you, but the kind that inspires you. When you see someone else showing up, even when they're tired, something inside you wakes up. It says, I can do this too. You don't need to find perfect people. You just need to find people who are growing. People who are serious. People who don't chase comfort every second of the day. People who choose progress over pleasure. And if you can't find them in real life right now, start with books. Start with videos. Start with voices that make you want to become better. Follow creators who speak discipline. Watch people who walk the talk. Read about leaders who lived with purpose. Their mindset will begin to shape yours. Remember this: discipline doesn't survive in weak environments. You can have all the goals, all the dreams, all the ambition. But if your circle doesn't match your direction, it will slow you down. Or worse, stop you completely. So take a deep breath and ask yourself, who brings out the best in me? Who drains me? Who helps me stay focused, even without saying a word? Who teaches me through their own actions? Build your circle carefully. Protect your energy. And if you want to stay disciplined for life, surround yourself with those who already are. They don't need to speak much. Their life will speak for them. Bonus instruction: make peace with boredom. That's where greatness grows. Discipline is not always a fire. It's not always loud, exciting, or intense. Sometimes it's quiet, repetitive, dull. And that's exactly where most people give up. Not because it's painful, but because it's boring. But here's the truth that no one tells you. Boredom is part of the path, not a mistake, not a sign to quit, a sign you're actually doing something right. The gym sessions that feel the same, the early mornings that look like the one before, the work that seems like it doesn't move the needle fast enough. These moments, the ones you want to skip, are the very building blocks of discipline. Because growth isn't always about intensity. It's about consistency, about doing the right thing, even when it no longer feels exciting. You won't always feel motivated. And that's okay. You're not supposed to. The people who go far, the athletes, the creators, the visionaries, they're not fueled by constant energy. They're fueled by commitment. And that means doing it again and again and again, even when it feels like nothing's changing. In those silent days, when progress is invisible and the journey feels slow, that's when most people stop. But not you, not anymore. Because now you understand, boredom isn't your enemy. It's your ally. It's the door you have to walk through to reach the next level. So next time the process feels dull, don't fight it. Embrace it. Because if you can keep going when it's boring, you can keep going forever. And that's where greatness begins. Discipline is not a trick. It's not just a set of rules or habits. It's a way of living. A quiet promise you make to yourself every day that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how long it takes, you will show up. You will keep going. You see, discipline is not about being perfect. It's not about waking up at 5 a.m. every day or checking off a perfect to-do list. It's about returning to yourself, even after failure, even after you fall. And if you've made it to the end of this video, It means something inside you is ready. Ready to stop chasing motivation and start building strength. Real strength. The kind that doesn't fade when no one's watching. The kind that keeps you standing when life tries to knock you down. Every time you choose discipline, you're shaping your future. You're building a version of yourself who trusts their own word, who doesn't rely on luck or mood, who takes control of their life, step by step, day by day. So start now. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait to feel ready. Just begin. Because once you build that discipline muscle, everything else becomes possible. You don't need to be extreme. You just need to be consistent. That's how legacies are built. That's how dreams come true. This journey is not about what you do for 1 week. It's about what you do for a lifetime. So, if this message touched something inside you, don't let it fade. Take a moment, breathe, and promise yourself this: I will show up for my life. Now hit that subscribe button. Not for me, but for you. Because every video here is a step closer to the person you're becoming. Comment, I choose discipline if you're ready to begin. And share this with someone who needs a quiet push. Let's build something real. Together,